Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today's guest is Arnold Hinkle. He's the candidate for mayor of the city of Blackjack. All today on The Bernie Hayes Show. Welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Arnold Hinkle. Mr. Hinkle, how are you?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Hayes.
You are a councilman already in Blackjack, is that right?
That is correct. I've been a councilman for Ward 3 for the last 13 years.
Ward 3, where is that located?
That's in the Blackjack in the north part of the city.
Near Parker Road or that area? Or?
Off Old Jamestown Road
Jamestown,
and
okay.
part of Old Halls Ferry Road.
Okay, oh sure, okay. I used to live in that area too. I still live in the area. I used to live in the city of Blackjack at one time. So you've been a councilman for 13 years. Why you decided to run for mayor?
Well, it's the next progression. The residents have the confidence in me. I've been serving them diligently for 13 years, and the mayor has been working with me as he's returned for a smooth transition, and been serving President Pro Temp for the last 5 years, which is president of the city council. Mm-hmm. So when the mayor was absent, I've been filling in and been assisting him in various roles.
Yes, as the chairman of the Blackjack Personnel Policy Committee, chairman of Blackjack's Liquor License Committee, Architectural Review Board Liaison, Missouri Municipal League Finance and Taxation Committee, being Boeing, that is, St. Louis Leadership Association, an engineer for Boeing for 38 years?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
Well, I first started there when it was McDonnell Douglas. Mm-hmm. I was hired as an associate engineer. The first 13 years there, I had perfect attendance, which is a testament to my commitment to my job at hand. And at one time, there was 220 people in our department. Wow. And now there's about 20. So we have downsized, had many layoffs, and I have survived.
You certainly have. As an experienced business owner, executive board member of the Jamestown Estates Homeowners Association. Now, tell us about Jamestown Estates and the plans for Jamestown Mall.
Well, Jamestown Mall is owned by the St. Louis County Port Authority. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that's part of Blackjack, but it is not. Been working with county chairperson Shalonda Webb, and she has secured funds to get that demolished. They are in the process of abating the building of asbestos, and they have plans to have it demolished by the second quarter of this year. Okay.
It says you also received the Boeing C-17 Silver Eagle Award. What does that mean?
Worked on a team where we was innovative in coming up with some designs to cut the hours and improve the safety tools that was used on the C-17, mm-hmm. and we was awarded with the award for the cost saving and the innovative methods which we came up with.
How do you engineer being an engineer for Boeing and also doing your duties at Blackjack City Hall?
Well,
on the council,
you just got to balance them, mm-hmm. just like anything else. You set your priorities, your schedule, and meet your deadlines.
Mm. Well, what's your vision for the city of Blackjack?
I envision Blackjack to continue to grow. We have some subdivisions that have started back building homes. As you know, the crime rate is low. Want to keep the crime rate low. Want to keep it a vibrant, beautiful homes. Working with the Homeowners Association in a joint collaboration to keep the city beautiful and just keep it growing. Mm-hmm. It's a jewel of North County, and I'm going to be an advocate, have been an advocate and champion for Blackjack.
Wonderful. I think we have a poster here. It says, continuing to serve with dignity and integrity. I think we can show that dedicated, hardworking, and responsible. There it is. Arnold Hinkle for mayor of Blackjack. Election day is April 4th, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so it says continue to serve with dignity and integrity. That's, well, what does that mean?
Well, blackjack has not been in the news for anything negative. We have always done business above the table. And if you and everyone else have heard, there's been some elected official who have some wrongdoings in the news lately. But the current administration has always done things above the table, and I want to continue to do that. As I have served, also done things above the table, and I think serving with dignity and integrity is a must.
It also says you're an entrepreneur. What's that? What do you do?
Well, I started a shoe business that has flourished into a full-scale haberdashery, selling everything from hats, suits, ties, socks, shoes, belts, wallets, and luggage.
I can tell by the way you're dressed, you have some access to something good.
Yes, sir.
This is wonderful. So how's that business going, and how can one reach you for that business?
It's going great. It's an online business. It's Hinkles-haberdashery.com.
And they can get anything they want by pulling it up? Suits?
Yes.
Hats, shirts?
Socks,
how about
ties, cufflinks,
handkerchiefs?
you name it.
You showed us something very unique that you're wearing. Could you show that to our audience and tell us what that is? It was very nice.
Well, this is a pocket square holder. It was invented by a friend of mine, Mr. Cedric, and it just clamps your pocket square in place, and it holds it neatly in your pocket. You don't have to worry about it sliding down or falling over.
That's what I need right now, actually. So I'm certainly going to purchase some of those things very, very soon. You know, getting back to voting, the city of St. Louis recently had their primary election, and 2 of the wards came out with a tie, and one person won their ward, the new ward, that's the reconstructed wards, by 1 vote. How important is voting and registration to you?
Voting and registration is very important. As you know, we had ancestors who lost their lives fighting for the right to vote, and to not be registered and not to vote is a downfall for everything they have fought for. So every vote counts. You never know when that single vote is going to be that winning vote. And even if it's not a winning vote, at least you let the candidates or whatever topic is being voted on, how you feel.
Right.
You know, it may sway them one way or another. They see enough people are concerned and feel a certain way, you know, that could, still sway them.
Well, we talked about the handkerchiefs and the holder there. You mentioned that, so you're in church sometimes. So apparently you're a man of faith. Tell us about your church affiliation.
Well, I'm a member of North Hills Church of Christ, which is in, as my pastor Roy K. Morgan would say, beautiful, cool valley.
Beautiful, cool valley.
Yes.
And tell us about how your interaction with the Creator, with God, with Jesus.
Well, I was in a serious accident this past Friday, and it seemed like my life passed right in front of my eyes.
Wow.
Me and my son was driving down 270. Was in an accident with a tractor trailer. Side swipe, bounced off of the medium, back to the tractor trailer, pinned up against the guardrail, and it seemed like my life flashed in front of my eyes. But testament, I didn't have one scratch. My son, thank God, didn't have one scratch on him as well. And
you thank God for that.
God was with me.
That's wonderful. And I assume you do a lot of praying too.
Yes.
I can imagine. Okay, with Arnold Hinkle, he's a candidate for the mayor of the city of Blackjack, and he's been a council person there for over 13 years. So many accomplishments we'll be talking about there very soon. But before we get back to Mr. Hinkle, I'd like to tell you about the New Life Evangelistic Center. Reverend Larry Rice has been helping those in need for more than 51 years. He passed the 50-year mark last year. 51 years they've been helping those people in need, and we want to continue to do so. And we're going to take a short break, come back with Mr. Hinkle after this.
What a privilege it is to air the Bernie Hayes program right here on 24/2, also seen on NLEC TV, the app that you can get through your Google store where you can take NLEC TV anywhere and everywhere and see the Bernie Hayes Show and many other programs. Now, there are many of you, like me, that find ourselves under pressure. I've experienced a lot of pressure during the past few years, but there's certain principles that I've discovered in the Word of God that allows me to undergo those pressures and continue to move forward. I think of the USS Thresher in the early 1960s. I went down so deep in the ocean east of Cape Cod that it just literally exploded. 129 men died. And as they researched that, they found there were fish that were able to swim down there in the middle of that pressure. Why? Because they had more strength and pressure on the inside of them than the pressure was coming from outside. And that's why you and I have to get in the Word of God daily. And as James chapter 1 says, count it all joy. And we see how they did that in Acts chapter 5, the end of that book, where the disciples were under pressure. But what did they say? We're going to obey God rather than men. And they continued to trust God. Even when they were beaten, they counted it all joy, and they're more determined than ever before. And then you go to 1 Peter chapter 1, where it speaks of your faith is more precious than gold. And as gold goes through fire, you may be going through some real hard times at this moment, not knowing how to pay the next bill. I know what that's like, brothers and sisters. Experiencing oppression, injustice. Continue to trust God. For greater is He who's in you than he that's in the world. Don't give up. Don't give in. Give it to God and continue to remain steadfast and movable, abounding in the Word of God. Let the Word get down deep inside of you. It's going to give you that strength. Be like that fish way down deep in the ocean that's going to resist all the pressures of being deep. And you're going to be more than a conqueror through Christ who strengthens you. Yes, let's believe God and do those great things He's calling us to do.
Welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. My guest is Arnold Hinkle. He's been a councilman in Blackjack for over 13 years, and he's now running for the highest office in that city, the mayor. Mr. Hinkle, you have several endorsements, I see.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about some of them. You said that the current mayor of Blackjack has endorsed you?
Yes, the current mayor, Norm McCourt, is endorsing me, been working with me for a smooth transition. The whole city council is endorsing me. I have endorsement from Shalonda Webb, who is the St. Louis County chairperson. Surrounding mayors, Mr. Reggie Jones from the city of Dalewood, Ella Jones from the city of Ferguson, Tom Lowry from the city of Florissant, Tommy Pearson, city of Bell Fountain Neighbors, Michelle Deshay from the city of Moline Acres, James McGee from the city of Bonita Park.
I see John Bowman, county NAACP chairman, also John.
Yeah, he's the president of the NAACP, but he's also a committee man from, I believe, in Northwoods.
So apparently they have quite a bit of faith in you.
Yes, it's a testament to the 13 years of service that I have given to the city of Blackjack, and not only Blackjack, but I've been working with other municipalities because one of my goals is to have a joint collaboration of North County mayors to be an advocate for the city of Blackjack, Ferguson, Florissant, working together for the betterment of North County. Because if something affects one city in North County, you better believe it's going to affect every city sooner or later.
Tell us once again your vision. I asked you this earlier today. What is your vision for the growth of the city of Blackjack?
Well, Blackjack is only 2.6 square miles. As far as growing out, we are at our limits, but we're going to maintain the low crime, high home value, bring in necessities in the surrounding areas so residents of Blackjack can continue to have a beautiful place to live.
How can they reach you and help you?
They can reach me at City Hall. Always there. You can leave information for me in my mailbox. You can call me directly on my cell phone, 503-5321.
And do you have an email address?
Yes, I could be reached at Arnold Hinkle for mayor at gmail.com. I can also be reached at CMAHINKLE2@gmail.com. That is the email address for the city of Blackjack that reaches me.
Mm-hmm. How do you work with the other council members? Any big disputes or anything you won or lost that you
Well, I don't win everything that we bring to the table.
Yeah.
I fight hard. I'm an advocate for the citizens that I represent. But after we take a vote, it's over, Bernie. Mm-hmm. You know, we learn to fight for what we believe and want. But once the vote is over, it's over. We have a very harmonious working relationship, which is good. And if you have ever worked in an environment where the chemistry was off, it's a big headache.
Yeah.
But we get along, you know, we joke with one another, you know, we have different events that we attend together, and it's a good working relationship. And my plan is to keep that going.
Are any schools in Blackjack?
Yes, there's Hazelwood School District, Jamestown Elementary School, and there's Drury School, and there's also a Lutheran school on Parker Road.
And what are your visions for them?
And also there's a middle school also.
Yeah.
My vision for them is to, you know, improve, bring the standards, the Hazelwood School District back up to where it once was.
Okay. It says your goals are build a North County alliance among mayors, leverage it for North County based betterment, work with trustees and homeowners association to maintain the city beauty and home value. You mentioned that. Keep crime down rate, and maintain safety for Blackjack residents. Continue to support youth programs and establish well-being seminars and clinics. Those 2 points here. Continue to support youth programs. What does that mean?
Well, we have a beautiful park, and we're in the process of renovating the restrooms so they can accommodate more people at one time, which will be inviting to have sports teams utilize our park. But right now, they're so small and the line will be so long, it's just not conducive to having sports programs there.
So you intend to improve on that?
Yes.
Certainly, okay. Another thing that says, establish well-being seminars and clinics.
Well, I'm going to partner up with some of the clinics in the area, bring prostate screening, breast screening, blood pressure, mental wellness, and things that affects all of us.
Mm-hmm. Do people actually call you or come by to see you and tell you their concerns in the community?
Yes. They call me, they see me out in the neighborhood, they stop and talk to me. Some come up to city halls, you know, some will shoot me an email.
Mm-hmm. So how accessible will you be if you become mayor of Blackjack?
I'm going to be very accessible like I am now. I give out my personal cell phone number so that people can call me. They have my email that they can call me, email me, stop by my house, stop by City Hall, and I'm going to be available. You know, you have to be accessible to the people.
Are you a family man?
I'm a family man. I have a son, I have a daughter, and I have 2 grandsons that are, you know, just growing. And I come from a tight-knit family. So when we see one another, we always hugging, kissing, and when we leave, we greet each other, you know, goodbye, hug, love you. And that's how I was raised.
That's great. Are you from St. Louis, the St. Louis area?
I was born and raised in the Beaumont Fairground Park neighborhood. I'm a proud alumni of the Beaumont High School class of 1979, where I graduated number 4th, ranking highest senior.
That's beautiful. So you are from the St. Louis city, but you moved to the county?
Yes, I moved to the county.
Wait, how long have you been a county resident?
I've been a county resident since about '86. I first moved to Dalewood before moving to the beautiful city of Blackjack.
And you're happy in Blackjack?
I love it in Blackjack. I bought my home, I established my roots, and that's why I'm always an advocate for Blackjack, because I'm going to champion this cause. It's a beautiful place, low crime, high home value, and it's the jewel of North County.
Arnold Hinkle for mayor of Blackjack. He's a candidate for mayor, and we want to say we'll be right back after this, but I want to remind you that with the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Evelyn, Missouri, Arnold Hinkle, mayor from Blackjack, is our guest, and we'll be right back after this.
Behind me is the New Life Evangelistic Center administrative offices in Overland, Missouri. And this is where we shoot our shows for our worship shows and the Here's Help Network. And it's also where Zakid Baruti and Bernie Hayes shoot their shows. You can find all of these shows at the New Life Evangelistic Center app, the NLEC TV app. You can also access them on your tablet or on your computer. And this is how you can stay up to date with all the things that New Life Evangelistic Center is doing. There are so many different programs that we've got going on, and God is doing many exciting things through partners like you. So if you want to support the work that New Life is doing, then please access and give through the app. You can go online at nlecstl.org or give us a call at 314-421-3020. Again, 314-421-3020. But this is the best way to get plugged into the amazing work that New Life is doing through people like you. And so there is something for you to get involved in today. And we are so thankful for our partners. Only through the grace of God and your gift are we able to bless others today.
Today's subject, Hosea Williams, an American civil rights leader and politician born January the 5th, 1926 in Opelousas, Georgia. A major figure in the struggle against segregation and served with Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King as organizer and advance man. He helped such demonstrations as the Bloody Sunday March in Selma, Alabama in 1965, during which marchers seeking voting rights for African Americans were tear gassed and brutally beaten. He became active in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and in 1963 he joined King at the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and by the following year he was helping run it. He traveled to numerous cities in the South, recruiting and organizing volunteers, teaching them the techniques of nonviolent demonstrations, leading them on marches, and otherwise paving the way for King and his associates, Andrew Young and Jesse Jackson. Hosea Williams, he died November the 16th, 2000 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Are you feeling down and out? I want to encourage you to experience hope in God's creation. How you can go for a walk in a local park or in the woods or even along the ocean and experience hope at this time. It's all outlined for you in this free book that I'll send you if you just write me and request such. You can write me Larry Rice, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166, and request your book, Experiencing Hope in God's Creation, or call us at 314-421-3020.
And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes. City of Blackjack, Mr. Hinkle, every time there's a weather alert, they'll call you on the phone, and anytime there's a garbage disruption, they'll call on the phone. You know, I don't live in Blackjack anymore, but I still get the calls from Blackjack saying bad weather, stay in line, stay and so forth. Well, what about the tax base in Blackjack? How do you survive?
Well, people will tell you about they want to bring more commercial business to the city of Blackjack, but there is no available commercial zone space to bring business. But one thing I will stress, Blackjack is a pool city, Class B pool city, so what tax base or revenue we generate, we do not get to keep. We are not a point-of-sale city. That money is collected, the state taxes, and it goes to Jeff City. Jefferson City sends back a portion of the money to St. Louis County. Then St. Louis County distributes it to the cities in proportion to their population. So even though we don't have businesses, big business in the city of Blackjack. We still benefit by supporting other businesses in the community because we get a portion of that tax break.
Okay. So your city's tax proportionment is in proportion with the county and so forth. Other municipalities in the area. It's proportionate.
Proportionate to the population.
Okay. Okay. There's so many other things I want to tell you, but first of all, let's know how to reach you again and put numbers and your email.
You can reach me at 314-503-5321. You can also reach me at CMAHINKLE2@gmail.com. You can also reach me at Arnold Hinkle for mayor @gmail.com.
When did you decide to run for mayor? When?
I decided to run for mayor probably about 3 years ago. Sat down and had a conversation with my supporters and what they envision. Had a conversation with the mayor, and I told him my ambition, and he has worked with me, showing me various things that you need to know in order to run the city successfully, because it's not a position that you can just come in off the street, be the Johnny-come-lately, and just hit the ground running. I've worked with him, worked with the councilman, the councilwomen. I've worked with employees at City Hall, and have talked to the various mayors of other cities for wise counseling and let me know what I need to do and what I need to know.
Okay, when is the election?
The election is April the 4th, which is the first Tuesday in April.
Mm-hmm. And what about access to ballot, to polling places in Blackjack? Are there several? Or?
There'll probably be 3 voting places, one at Drury School, one at the City Hall of Blackjack, and the third one will probably be at Jamestown Elementary School.
Mm-hmm. Where is the City Hall of Blackjack?
The City Hall of Blackjack is just north of Old Jamestown Road and Parker.
Is that near the fire station and the firehouse there? Or the Parker split there?
It's not too far from there. It's about one traffic signal north of the Walgreens at the Parker Old Halls Ferry Spur. Mm-hmm. And it's sit next to the apartment building right there at Parker and Old Jamestown Road.
Okay, so now we know where the City Hall of Blackjack is. Because, and right there at the Parker Spur and near Walgreens in that area. Okay, all right. Once again, I want to say thank you for coming. Anything you want to say in closing to our people?
Yes, I would like to tell people electing mayor is a very important decision. It's not based on friendship, but it's based on electing the person who has served the community. I've been a resident of Blackjack, and ever since I became a resident, I've been working for the community. I helped establish the Jamestown Estates Homeowner Association. I've been elected the city councilman for the 3rd Ward. This is my 13th consecutive year. Has been 7 terms.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you, sir. We just ran out of time.
Okay.
But good luck on your April the 4th, your election. Arnold Hinkle,
Thank you,
Mayor
sir.
for Blackjack. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day.